I wouldn't say that we're needed in a sense that you can, like a township government, like that's the neat part about being for MCA TV is I'm not just MCA TV, I'm technically a township employee. But the part that CATV really brings into light is the voices heard aspect.
More people than ever are starting to get their opinions out, but at the same time, I think the traditional ways we heard from the news are kind of fading to the wayside. So I think the way it's being consumed is changing greatly. And I think it's all kind of just a deal of how do you adapt with it is the big thing.
Hi, I'm Matt Simkovic, the director of MCA TV, and welcome to our studio. My history with MCA TV actually goes back a long ways. So I was a student at Robert Morris, and when I was a student at Robert Morris, I got involved with the live sports production program over there with the athletics department. In 2022, I got hired here as a production assistant. So I would come in from like 2 to 8 after everybody had left in the office, and I would just do basic things like cut programs, change our schedule for the weeks. And then this past May, in 2024, I got promoted to the director of MCA TV. So cord cutting is definitely a big factor for what we're facing here, our current challenges with the station. A big thing that we're trying to do right now is we're making a big social push. So we've been going out into the community for about the last 2 months since we hired our new assistant director, Nick. And we've been at almost every event that the Parks has put on, whether that be like a farmer's market with music or a concert at Robin Hill Park or anything like that. So we're trying to kind of hit on social media a lot more to combat that, just to get us more of a front-facing department. But so the thing that saved us with streaming services rising so much is previously you could watch anything on Netflix or Hulu. Now you have Paramount Plus, you have Peacock. Like the streaming service is kind of doing the same thing that cable did, and it's diversifying itself and wearing itself a little bit thin. So you actually have people opting to buy cable.
I think it's just important because it kind of brings community together, and I think right now, not to get on some really big deal, but I think it's just really important for that sense of community. As Matt said, people can come in here free of charge and learn the basics of putting together a production, learn what goes into all of this. And I mean, we have a really good core group of volunteers here, and in 2 months I feel like I know pretty much everybody on a very good personal level. And I think for a community access television network, that's vital. And it's really cool to just see that repertoire we have with each other and know that we can trust certain people and that we're kind of bonding together, whether you're a paid employee or you're a volunteer, and we all have that same common goal of getting together, putting on good shows, putting out good productions when we go to the sporting events or community meetings or go onto the public and record community meetings. And no matter what your background is with MCA, we all have that shared goal, and that's really awesome to me.
Anybody at Robert Morris University who's a student who lives on campus or at Yorktown or anywhere in the surrounding areas can come take our production class. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour. But we as CATV don't tell people no. You can come here with an idea that's crazy off the wall and be like, I want to do this show. And we will work with you. We will staff our existing volunteer core there, and we will make that happen. So some of the shows that we see are really, really unique in the fact that you don't get them anywhere else. Like the voices heard aspect of that is kind of where we thrive.
I don't know how many people actually know that we exist. I didn't know Bethel Park had a channel. I didn't know Pittsburgh had a channel up until recently. Like, I think it's a thing where we need to do a better job of getting ourselves out there because, as I've mentioned, this is free. You can come in here and you can learn all of these basics, and you can attest to that. You said before we started you've been here since like 7th grade. And I mean, think of how ahead of the curve you are now taking classes as you try to pursue to do this professionally. This is something where you can go watch YouTube tutorials and you can sit there and fumble with your equipment and try to match what they're doing, or you can come here and you can get hands-on experience with people who have degrees like Matt and myself. And not like that makes us better or anything, but I mean, we have that real world experience, and we're going to show you in a 2-on-1, 1-on-1, or a small group setting of, here's what you do. Oh, you're struggling with this. Here's how we fix this. And then we're not only showing them how to record, but we're showing them how to edit. We're showing them how to run, positions in the studio, in the production room, where, no matter what avenue you want to take to get a full-time job in this field, we're kind of helping you cover that.
In most instances, people come in and they're like, hey, like I just saw that this was free. Like, what do I do? That's the other thing that's nice about it is we don't charge you anything to take our class, to put a show on TV, to record anything. So I feel like it's an underutilized gateway for sure. We have obviously high-level studio equipment. We have beautiful cameras. Our production truck has some of the top-of-the-line equipment that exists in live television broadcasting. And for lack of other words, people just don't know we're here.
And there's a lot of freedom too. Like if you came to me and you said, I want to learn a lot more about graphics, like all that stuff's great, but graphics is really what I'm focused on. I think of myself as a very creative person, and that's where I want to go. We'll sit down with you, we'll help you open up Photoshop and, you know, show you the tricks you need to learn the basics. And then as you get comfortable, we'll obviously take those next steps. And that goes for anything, you know. We'll invite you to come with us and we can show you, you know, hey, maybe pan with this, or, you know, do another kind of, you know, interesting camera shot that goes beyond, you know, just turning a studio camera. You know, you'll get out there in the field, and we're more than willing to work and help people with whatever they want to pursue. If it's, you know, something more specific, we're gladly going to take that and, you know, lead you through it.